Welcome to the SARS Tax Practitioner Readiness Program. Module 6, eFiling. Learning objectives. At the end of this module, you are expected to understand how to add a new portfolio on eFiling, understand how to add a new client to a portfolio, understand how to add a tax type for a new client, understand how to invite a new user to a portfolio. At this point, you would be expected to be already registered for e-filing, which means you should have a username and a password already allocated to yourself. So on the SARS website, you're going to click on log in. You're going to type in your username, you're going to type in your password, and then you're going to click on the login button. Once you are logged into your e-filing portfolio, you would see on the top left hand side your name, your tax number, and your ID number. First step is to add your portfolio, and in order to do that, you're going to click on My Profile on the left hand side. Once you click on My Profile, then you're going to get a sub menu that comes up. You're going to select Portfolio Management. Okay, once you click on Portfolio Management, the Portfolio Management screen will be now displayed. On the screen, you are now going to add a new portfolio. In order to add a new portfolio, you're going to click on the Add Portfolio tab. Once you click on that tab, you're going to have a pop-up menu. You're going to type in the portfolio name that you would want to create. Under portfolio type, you're going to click on the drop-down menu. You'll have three options. You'll have individual, you have organization, and tax practitioner. You will select tax practitioner, and then you're going to click add portfolio. Once you've clicked on add portfolio, you will have a message that pops up that says your portfolio has been added successfully. You're going to now click on the OK tab. Okay, the new portfolio that you have just added will form part of your already existing portfolios. Now that your portfolio has been added and it is now displayed under your linked portfolios, now you wish to add a new client to your portfolio. In order to do so, you're going to click on Go to Portfolio. Once you click on the Go to Portfolios option, you're now going to go onto your organization screens. On the top of the screen on the menu, you're going to have Home User. You're going to click on Organizations. Once you click on Organizations, on the left hand side, you're going to have a sub menu. You're going to click on Organization as well. Okay, once you click Organization, the menu will expand on the left hand side. You're going to click on Register New. You're going to click on Select Entity Type. You have a choice to choose whether it's a company, an individual, fund or other, individual which is a non-SA resident, trust. You're going to complete all the entity's information such as the name of the entity, whether it's an individual, it'll be an ID number, or if it's a company, it'll be a registration number. Once you do so, you're going to click on Add Taxpayer. When you click on Add Taxpayer, you will have a group that will pop up. You will select which group you want this taxpayer to be included in. Once you click on the Continue option, then you'll have a taxpayer summary. And once you click on the taxpayer summary, you'll have an option to go back, manage tax types, or you're going to close. Okay. You might have an instance where your client already exists on your portfolio. If that happens, then you would have a pop-up message that says that the taxpayer you are trying to add already exists on this portfolio. You will then require to be clicking on the View Taxpayer. You might have a scenario where your taxpayer already exists on one of your linked portfolios. You will get a warning message to say that the taxpayer you are trying to add already exists on one of your linked portfolios, where you have rights to maintain the taxpayer. In this scenario, you're going to click on Add Taxpayer, which means you are going to have this taxpayer moved from one of your linked portfolios to your current portfolio. Once you have selected Add Taxpayer, you will have a list of groups in which you need to choose to add your taxpayer to. In order to do so, you will click on the check boxes and you will click on continue. You will now have a list of tax types that are linked or associated to your taxpayer. On the screen, you will have your reference numbers, your activation status, and actions that you would need to select. For example, whether you want to request for activations, whether you want to request for a tax type transfer, or whether you want to deactivate the tax type. On the right hand side, you will find a checkbox. You will need to actually select the action that you would want to perform and click on the submit button. Now you will need to click on the appropriate tick boxes for the applicable actions that you required. For example, you would want to maybe request activation, or you want to request a tax type transfer. That means the profile is sitting on another eFiling account and you would want to transfer it through to you. Once you've selected the tick boxes, you're going to click submit. Your status will now change to request, and then you will click on continue. Okay, the status of the request will now change to awaiting authorization. A request will be emailed or SMSed to the taxpayer or the registered representative of the tax type. They will need to log on to the SARS website. They will go to manage access request on the SARS website, and they need to complete the process in order to provide authorization to you for the specific tax numbers that you are requesting. If the taxpayer or registered representative authorizes the request to activate, then the status will change to successfully activated. If the taxpayer or representative authorizes the request to transfer and they have previously submitted returns, the status will change to authorized schedule to run within 24 hours. This allows all historic returns to be transferred to your e-filing account. Once this process is successfully activated, you have now successfully added a taxpayer to your e-filing account. The invite user option allows you as an administrator to add additional users on your e-filing portfolio. For example, if you have a new employee that's joined your organization and you want to grant him or her rights to your e-filing profile, then you would need to invite them as a user. In order to do so, you're going to click on My Profile and then you're going to click on Portfolio Management. You will now select the portfolio that you want to add a new user to, and you're going to click on Go to Portfolio. Once you click on Go to Portfolio, on the top menu, you're going to click on User, and then on the left hand side, you're also going to click on User. Okay, when you click on User on the left hand side, your menu will expand and you're going to click on Invite User. On the right hand side, you're going to click on the identification type, whether it's a passport or an ID, type in the appropriate number, type in the tax reference number and type in the surname, and then you're going to click on invite. You will now be required to assign specific rights or roles to the user that you have invited to your e-filing portfolio. So you will be required to select the tick boxes to say which group the user belongs to. Then when it comes to your roles, you need to define based on that employee's administration level, what is that employee required to do? For example, is that employee required to add more users? Is that employee required to add more taxpayers? So you will click on the roles on the tick boxes, and once you click on the tick boxes, you're going to click on continue. Okay, the user will receive a notification in regards to the invitation that you have sent him or her. On your profile, the status will now be reflecting as awaiting confirmation. If you wish to cancel the invitation, you can click on the cancel invitation. Alternatively, if you want to send a reminder to that user, you can click on the send reminder option. An SMS and an email notification will be sent through to the individual that you have now invited to be a user on your portfolio. She will be now required to log into their own e-filing account. Once they log into their e-filing profile, they're going to click on My Profile. They're going to select Portfolio Management. They're going to go to User Invitation and they're going to click on Accept. Once the user has clicked on the Accept button, they will be required to capture a one-time PIN that will be either SMS to them or emailed. So once the OTP has been captured and submitted and accepted, you would get confirmation to say that the portfolio has now been linked. So under the user's portfolio, they will have under link portfolio, the organization that they have accepted the invite for. This now means that the user has now been added to a portfolio successfully, and they will have access to the taxpayers that are linked to that portfolio. Thank you for attending Module 6 for the SARS Tax Practitioner Readiness Program.